block the truck.
Listening to us this great Monday morning.
Welcome. It is a Monday morning.
Welcome
to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
And this is Kiana.
And this program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, aka CDAT.
And
we would like to thank y'all for tuning in and helping us to redefine what's cool, because smart is
the new
gangsta.
Baby.
And if you don't know,
now you know.
Now you know. I'm going to blame it on the rain.
Because it's been raining. Blame it on the rain.
Blame it on the rain.
Yeah.
Because let me see. I'm trying to see if I got sleep or rest. Because I'm still tired.
I don't think I got sleep or rest.
I didn't get sleep or rest.
Me neither.
I was just chilling though.
I wasn't.
But I was chilling.
I felt like
I took a personal day.
You did? What day you took that personal day?
Friday.
Really?
I did. And it was amazing.
It was?
A little bit. Because your mind still be working. And it, so I need really about a week off. Because that'll give time for people to know that I'm like really off. Like I ain't playing when I say I'm off. Because they still hitting me up like I ain't off. Like I ain't tell y'all I'm not picking up today. And so I need a...
Did I talk to you on Friday?
A day.
We emailed, didn't we?
I think we was... That's what I'm saying.
But you didn't tell me you was off. If you would have told me,
I need an autoresponder.
If you would have told me that you were off.
Okay.
I would have respected your off day.
I know you always do. But I need.
Yeah, but I didn't do too much.
Mr. Edmonds said I need a week off too. Yeah, we really do.
Mr. Edmund O'Hare.
And we're gonna have to make it. Like we gotta take the time. That's
no. Actually, I am. You know,
can't find it.
No, because if you don't make it, you ain't gonna find it.
You're not gonna find it.
No. Yeah. You really kind of need to like.
Tiffany was good.
Disconnect, recharge, and go.
I need to I need a little more of that.
My baby birthday coming up.
Oh, yes.
You know,
the 31st.
Yes. And then my birthday on the 29th, the following month.
That's my grandson, my oldest grandson.
Okay, yeah.
It's the 31st.
That's how you like the 31st.
Yeah, that's how I remember. That's how and I remember.
And KJ.
It's been a few years now. So
yeah.
I remember certain things.
And my nephew will be 17. KJ will be 17 on Friday.
Wow.
Michael Jackson birthday.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Is it Michael? It is Michael Jackson's birthday.
Yeah. He passed in June, but born in August.
Yes.
Wow.
And you know, I remember that because crazy. His birthday, Michael Jackson birthday. His mama birthday got the same birthday as Elvis Presley, and his daddy got the same birthday as Michael Jordan.
Okay. I like the Michaels.
Yeah, so this I know the Elvis, but so you know what? Now, because it's just randomly. I did not know, and I don't know where I was. Michael and them had like an outside sister.
Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
All of them, and they still had room for outside.
And she was born 6 years after, like, she's younger than Michael, a day after his birthday.
Okay.
And I was just kind of watching this documentary about her, and they were saying
it's another one.
It's another one, but the crazy is, you know, like all the Jackson kids had to call their daddy Joseph.
Okay.
She called him daddy. Oh, they said
that was a problem.
That was a problem.
Wow. They appreciate it. They wanted Joseph.
Dad. They was like, wait, you get to call him daddy? We had to call him Joseph all this time. And then apparently, like, just kind of looking at it, like, the family really kind of never, like, you know,
embraced
or no, not really. Like, the oldest sister did. Nobody else really did. Wow. And so he had this whole, and they had pictures of her, like, they doing all this stuff together. He's celebrating birthdays and Christmases over there.
Okay, so he really was, he wasn't no absentee.
No.
Outside daddy.
No.
Yeah. But shout out to Joe Jackson and all of the black fathers who made their children great. But we don't appreciate what it took for them to do it.
Because it's a lot of sacrifice. Like, you know, like, I mean, it's like, hard.
Without Joe Jackson, there is no Jackson 5. There is no Michael Jackson. There is no, none of that stuff.
No, it ain't.
And it was, you could talk about his methodology and how he did it and all of that, but you could tell a tree by the fruit it bears.
Yeah, you definitely
can. And the man
can.
put out a heck of a product. You know what I mean? He changed their lives and
the world lives.
And changed the world through his children.
Yes.
Yeah. So shout out to him. And Serena and Venus.
Yeah. Too. And even Beyonce daddy.
Yeah. Come
on.
Black
like
fathers
you can look.
winning. Yeah.
You say black fathers win.
Come on. BMWs, black men winning.
Oh, that's funny.
That might be a new campaign for 2026.
So while we talking about like a BMW black
men winning.
Black men winning.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah. We're gonna coin that for the next black men mental health.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Black men winning.
See how it work out?
Yeah, and see,
I do a lot of that. I'm gonna start charging for that kind of stuff.
Well, then we're gonna owe each other a lot of money.
I've done a lot of that over the years. Yeah, not just in this space.
Yeah, I'm just that. Well, charge somebody else over, not over here.
Yeah. It's been a lot of that in the community, but people forget.
Oh, they totally forget. Yeah. They totally forget.
They'll be like it's the 15th annual Black Men Winning Awards. And nobody will know that it started with a conversation on the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club where we coined the phrase. So yeah.
No, I'm just saying, like, no, because it'd be crazy how like you'll start something or you do something and then somebody else will take it and then act like they did it.
Like they originated it.
Yeah, you be like, wait, hold on.
Yeah, no, it happens all the time. So let's talk about some of these upcoming events, and we also want to shout out those who are doing something good. So if you know somebody who deserves a shout out, go ahead, tag them, let them know that we appreciate them and what they're doing.
Because it is Monday,
it
motivating.
Is motivational Monday, and sometimes all the motivation you need is just somebody to say thank you. I appreciate it.
Good morning, Maurice.
So tonight at 6 o'clock, there's a town hall at Childs Park. Council member Corey Givens Jr. is doing his town hall, and so he's inviting the community to come out for what I saw on the flyer was updates about the impact of federal spending, some neighborhood planning updates, and also creating space for people to share their, issues or what matters most to them. And so I'm an engaged citizen, and it's in my neighborhood, so I think I'll be.
You're the president.
Yeah, I'll be pulling up to Childs Park tonight. And then September 13th, we're doing a cancer awareness event. Partnering with Moffitt Cancer Center, doing screenings. So there'll be lung cancer screenings. There'll be breast cancer mammographies. Am I saying that right? Mammograms. 3D mammograms.
You have to pre-register.
Yep, you got to pre-register, and the link is on the Childs Park Neighborhood Association page. But that's going to be amazing. And then so you're getting your health and all of that done in the daytime, and then September 13th at night. 727
stories. Please get your tables.
Yeah.
Get your tables.
Yeah.
Get your tables.
I gotta stop dragging my feet.
Yeah, just go ahead. Buy your ticket. Get your tables. It's gonna be a beautiful night. I know you got a date.
I locked in my date.
So you locked in. You asked her. She said yes.
I asked her. She said yes.
Okay.
Said, okay. We got to put on clothes. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're gonna put on clothes.
That's a good date. Like when you get up and then you be like, ooh.
Yeah, we're gonna put on clothes.
Okay, and step on that.
Have some dinner, go to the gala, support a good cause, man. Story 727 doing amazing work. And so it's a no-brainer, man. It's easy to support good people.
No, it really is. The 20th, the Caribbean outdoor day party at Urban.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Maurice.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. But yeah, September 17th. Thank you, Maurice Scott.
Oh, go ahead. What he got?
Peace for Life. The community gun violence awareness walk. And which year is this, Maurice? This is about maybe 4 or 5 years now. He's been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
And so September 17th, Peace for Life. You can see it on his page as well, and we'll post it. I got the flyer. We'll be sharing that as well. But definitely, please support, man. It's definitely a good cause and good people doing good things. He said he got his tickets for the gala too. So Mama Blue, good morning. I see you. And then October 4th, we're doing a Step Aside Cancer Awareness event. It's the 3rd annual cancer awareness event in Childs Park. Well, actually, it's going to be like 3 days, but the 4th is going to be in Childs Park as well. And then October 25th, we're doing a Get the Lead Out cookout. So really bringing awareness to lead poison prevention. So October.
Just the 6th annual.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, I knew it was starting to climb and consistent. So I appreciate the consistency. But yeah, the Get the Lead Out cookout October 25th at 11 o'clock at Childs Park as well. All of these things will be posted on our social media sites, but y'all tap in. And if you know some brain, what's good, big brother? Man, I see you doing big things over there at Culture. So the Right On.
Yes.
I saw the live video from Right On.
Yes.
The panel discussion with
it was nice.
Stephanie, and T. Yeah. It was great.
Yeah, it was.
I'm glad somebody went live. I think it was Tampa Bay Breakfast.
Yeah, the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club went live.
I saw some pictures. I saw live on Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I mean, it was a great panel. Yeah.
You really need to stay tuned in to Culture Creative. There's so much going on over there. And it's really all about our culture and like bringing people together and giving people a creative space where they can just be themselves and great vibes. It's always really good. Like,
every time I went in there, it had that it makes you sway your head and move your hands like how you
even
doing
before
right
it was Culture Creative, you know what I mean? It had that vibe. Now it's like it's just even now. Also, if you haven't seen, like Brain got some dates open to get tattoos.
Okay.
If you're looking for some tattoos,
that's my daughter's tattoo artist.
Right. And so he's not always open.
Okay.
He got some dates.
Okay.
Because he been so
Brain, I need to book a date. I want to book October 16th. I'm doing it live on the air. I'm save the date for me. October 16th.
He's laughing right now.
At some point.
I know. Even if I can guarantee he probably laughing right now.
Save the date, October 16th.
So you know what? I know it's not like what's on your mind, but what you see that they finna have to cover up the Black Lives Matter.
I did. I saw that and a few other ones. Thank you, Brain. I appreciate that. That's my wedding anniversary. We want to do something on my anniversary, so it would mean a lot to me to be able to come and see you on that day. So I appreciate it. So yeah, the state has ordered the removal of St. Pete's rainbow and Black History street murals. City has requested an exemption, but that request was denied. So for those who don't know, the Florida Department of Transportation has directed the removal of 5 street art installations, including a Progress Pride flag mural and a Black History Matters piece at the Woodson African American Museum. They have to be moved by September 4th, citing safety and traffic control concerns. What?
How? Actually, that's probably the safest because you got these big bright things. It makes you slow up.
Yeah.
And
they were done in coordination with the state, the way that I understand
they was,
because we did one on 11th Avenue, and we had to go through all kind of hurdles and hoops to make sure that
don't talk too loud. So
the type of, I mean, it's not a political
okay
thing. But yeah, you're right. It don't matter.
Yeah, don't say it too loud.
But like the type of paint that you have to use have to be a certain type of like paint, and like you go through some stuff to do it. So the city actually appealed. But despite their efforts, the St. Pete officials argue that these murals enhance safety, not reduce it. The FDOT refused to grant an exemption, and St. Pete's crash data actually showed a 70% drop in accidents at one of these intersections where the mural was, while adjacent areas also saw decreases, but the exemption was still rejected. Caller,
introduce yourself.
This is Mr. Bennett. How's everybody doing this morning?
Pretty good, Mr. Bennett.
Wonderful. In regards to the piece about how the state is removing stuff reference to cultural issues, Black issues, or gay issues, I'm hearing a lot of organizations talk about how things are coming down, like scholarships for Black Americans in the schools and stuff like that. And just like the sister just said, kind of taper what we say out loud. So it seems that we're moving in a situation where we're going before the 70s, where we're starting to move as a group undercover, if you will, to make moves to survive. That's what we're doing right now in America, I guess. How do you guys feel about this? What are y'all seeing? Because it just seems like as pressure is being put down from the federal government and now the state government that says we want to wipe you guys off the map, we're moving in a way that says somehow we need to survive.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. Brother John couldn't hear what you were saying. He was
Go ahead.
No. He was asking, how do we feel about, like he said, it seems like we're going back to the 70s. We kind of have to be careful what we say because they are removing scholarships for Blacks are coming down, and just our opportunities. If I could paraphrase what you said, yeah.
Sure.
He was asking us how we feel about it.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Bennett. I appreciate the call, man.
Right on.
I haven't thought about it. But as I think about it, I'm reminded of those eras and those days where they talked about how we have to unite and do something for ourselves.
Right.
Because we're waiting or depending or counting on, or we've become accustomed or used to somebody else doing the things for us that we could unite and do for ourselves. And I think what's happening in this time is we're being forced to really face that reality. Like you've been asking somebody to feed you and they're saying, we don't want to do that. You ask them to give you clothes, they don't want to do that. And it's like, you're saying, teach us and educate us. And they say, well, we don't want to do that either. Or we do, but we want to teach you what we think you should know, or we want to put our spin on it. And so in order for us to really have the education that we want, we have enough smart people, like we have educators, and members of our community, and I know Mr. Bennett, we have this conversation about, do we actually have a community? And so I think it starts there, like really establishing community based upon shared values, shared standards, and a shared vision for what we want, and then organizing to do what we can for ourselves. I mean, that's the premise of the One Community Grocery Co-op. So we had a meeting with City Council Thursday. So we presented discussing what a partnership with the city could look like with the One Community Grocery Co-op, maybe operating a municipally owned grocery store that's ran by community. But it's that same spirit. Like when the co-op was started, it was because Sweet Bay and Walmart had left our community, and it's like we
need something.
We have blueprints.
Yeah.
And again, you have educated people, you have smart people that can run and operate these types of businesses. We just are not organized. And so how can we organize our community to be able to feed ourselves? Like, how do we create a grocery store? And that's the model that we've been working on. Okay, well, there's a cooperative business model that we can use. And it's like taking these best practices and organizing and doing it.
But it's kind of scary when you look at it, like even when you think about like partnership with the city now.
Oh yeah.
Because now, even though you may see a want or they can see a need for something, and because their hands is tied, they can't do, because they're tied to something else bigger than them. Because you just see, like you say, the stats show that, in that area where the Black Lives Matters mural is at in the street, that accidents went down. And they're saying the opposite.
Yeah.
And even I saw that like they did the one in Pulse. They covered, they started out in Post and they went and took that back.
They painted over it, and the people went out there and repainted it. Did you see that?
No.
Oh no, they repainted it. Yeah, like they have some, and so that's the part of it. Like the state painted over it. The people went and was like, no, we want it to be this way, and they repainted it the way that they want it. Now I don't know how long that can continue, and how much of that they're going to be able to do before.
Somebody, but like I'm trying to see what, like how, because these things are not hurtful.
Yeah,
they're not harmful. The Black Lives Matter didn't hurt somebody. You know what I mean? Like, because again, I'm one of them people who I don't believe anything should be erased, good or bad, because it paints the picture.
I saw a post. You just reminded me. I saw a post that said, "Well, Confederate monuments are protected." Right? Didn't they pass a law to protect? Because remember, they was toppling and taking down the Confederate monuments.
Yeah,
and so they passed a law to say that you couldn't do that.
And so
and now you
can take this, that,
but now you can paint over,
which is so crazy, right? What's good for the goose is good for the gander. And I you can't paint one picture.
People who don't like you, it's true.
No, I mean, it's a statement, and it's, like, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's a sad day in America when you're thinking that they're trying really hard to strip away your power, and really hard to tell you they're not great, really hard to keep you in this bubble where you are, your mindset is that I'm nothing, and that, slavery is who we are.
Yeah, and symbols matter, but I think the substance behind them is what matters more, right? And these mindsets, because when we say, okay, Black history matters, and we put it in the street, like, that's valid, it's valuable, and it's absolutely necessary.
Right.
I think in this moment is reminding us that to have it in the street is no longer legal according to policy, but that don't mean that you can't have it in your mind. And I think the mind of knowing that Black history matters, and then how does that show up in our education? How does that show up in our interactions? How does that show up in that community? You know what I mean? Like in the area where the mural is, how does Black History Matters actually show up and manifest?
Right.
You know, in the programming and in the indoctrination, if you will.
And this is when it gets hard, when you have to get creative and be consistent, because, you know, the mural made it so easy to remind you because it's painted and you ride by it and you know it's there. So there's
just for those who did forget, oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you
this is important.
This is important, you know, but now it makes us have to really go back to the drawing board and be like, how do we still honor this because they said we can't do this? Do we now put it across the WUJM museum? Yeah. Like, do you paint the museum in Black Lives Matter and do that? And now would they say, hey, you can't, you know, like,
no, I hear that.
So like you have
in my mind, my thinking is you have the school right there, Jordan Elementary School. I don't know what they call it nowadays, but like
Jordan Park.
How do we
preschool? How
do we get what was in that street in their mind?
Right.
And so that so it's not just written on the streets, it's written on the hearts and the minds of the people and the hearts and the minds of the children, so that when they grow up, they operate from that perspective, whether it's written in the street or, you know, on the building or wherever it is. Yeah. But having it internalized.
And stop, you know what I'm saying? I love Black history, but now we're talking about American history, and throughout the day you make sure, like, do your classrooms at this point, make sure that's a part of your American history literature. You know what I mean? Like, you're talking about the greatness, not the sadness, not the horrible part that happened that kept us bound. And I'm not saying you don't have to talk about, but let them know, like, your life matters just like everybody else, and your life matters because your ancestors did this. Yeah. You know what I mean? Without this, you know, we wouldn't have this. Yeah.
Now I hear that. And I'm looking at Mr. Bennett's comment, some of which he was saying, are we moving like business as usual? When you see how they, in your words, playing in our face, he didn't say that exactly, but like they're playing in our face. And are we moving as business as usual? What are we doing, folks? Because to me, it looks like we okay with not being, and we want to dance with boots on the ground. That's the point. It's like when you start seeing these, the fact that like our government and our country is basically unraveling. Yeah. And I'll say in present time. Right? Like it's still happening, because some might say it's already unraveled and it's done.
No, it's not done.
But it's unraveling right before our eyes. And if we continue to operate like it's still, you know, a democracy, and like you still can do the things that you like, it's real. Like really, it's really real. Like what we looking at is happening. And that's the thing that I think Mr. Bennett, and we had a conversation about this too, is you have people that are walking around like what we're seeing is not what we're seeing. Like our country has been taken over, and we talking about elections, but like I got an article here where he's talking about banning mail-in ballots. Yeah. And so, like, will they actually be an election? I mean, I don't want to be alarmist.
But I mean, honestly, like, he's doing it because he said he's
doing with redistricting.
Like they
you see what they're doing with the census. Like it's for years, it's been 10 years. And they're like, okay, well, no, we finna do it in 5. And it's states that's going along with it. It's judges that's going along with this stuff.
It's a lot of stuff that's changing in there, and you look at it and it's going, but you feel
republic, not a democracy.
Yeah, and you feel it's discouraging. Yeah, and some people,
if you're depending on them,
right, yeah. But not even if you're not, it's just discouraging. Period. Okay. When you think of like, I think like we operate in an area that like we see a need, we go and do it. Yeah. But like even the mural, like that's not depending on them. That's something that, and the fact that you're gonna just go back and erase it. Somebody got out there and put the hours in to do it.
Yeah. I remember it was a whole celebration.
Right. And just think about the people who did that. They weren't depending on the government for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you thinking that you got the support of the city and the support of the state to do it. But then in a republic, right, but where your representation changes and the priorities of that representation have changed, and that's what we're dealing with. Like,
so there's two things, and I remote when we were talking about the young brother was like, yo, I'm making a change in my community by myself.
Yeah.
But we've always seen when we gather and we do, there's a possibility of them still coming to tear down. So we have to, we got to do both. Yeah. You know what I mean? And like, we can't, it's like we can't have the yin without the yang. And what our struggle is that we want to have one or the other. And then we look at each other and point fingers about you need to do more. Oh no, that ain't never worked. When if we put them together, we'll do what we need to do for ourselves. Get people in office that's gonna fight for us the way that we need. It's a partnership. All a part of the pie. And we need a partnership and not us doing a tug of war and saying, hey, oh, you wrong because you didn't vote. Like, no, you're right for doing that. But yes, we need you to vote too. Piece. Right there, we got to make this puzzle. That you can't. The puzzle is not complete if we're not putting it together.
Yeah, it's definitely that. And what came up for me also was just how you see these eras where it's like there's a picture of this story with this man that's pushing a boulder up a hill. You ever seen that one? And he pushing this big rock, and when he get to the top of the hill, it just roll back down. Yep. It's like that's seem like Black people struggle in America. Like you have these periods of progress where you move it forward, and you feel like, okay, we seeing some wins, we seeing some change, and then the pendulum swing, and it come back, and they start rolling back all of the stuff that was done. So you see that, you know, if you just think about the history of the struggle of our people in this country, there's periods of progress, and then there's periods where you get the backlash from that progress. And so you see where we do real good, and then, you know, the enemies or opposers or those who don't want to see us do real good, they start doing things to get in the way of our progress, and then it takes a setback, and then we push through, you get closer, and like that's what's happening. So you have these periods. So like during the, you know, the 2020 uprising and all of the stuff that was happening during COVID, you saw, you know, these moves towards diversity, equity, inclusion, and it's all, you know, that was the trend, that was the wave, and so people were feeling like, okay, we making progress, right? So you moving it up the hill, that could be the same way that they felt, you know, when Dr. King they was doing the bus boycotts, and they, you know, moving things forward. And it's like, oh, we got a bill, we got an act, we got something that we've been fighting for, right? Well, as soon as you get it, somebody's fighting to take it away. And that's what we're seeing right now. A lot of the stuff that we're seeing, it's like ebbs and flows. And it's just at a certain point, you realize, okay, do we want to continue to push the rock up the hill and get rolled over? Or do we want to try something different?
I mean, we are resilient, and we've seen that it have worked, right? Yeah. And it's a piece that we're missing to keep us, you know, so we just gotta, we really just really have to do the work across the board. And
I think that mindset again of knowing that like it's really on us, right? And accepting the responsibility for these things, and then saying, okay, it would be nice to have the support, but it's not a must have. Like our program, our education of our children does not depend on support from, you know, the state or the county, right? That would be a nice to have, not a must have. But that's going to take sacrifices. That's going to take organize. Like it's a lot of work that's required to pull that off, but it's not impossible.
No, it's not impossible. For us to do what we need to do. It's definitely not impossible.
All right. So speaking of what's possible, St. Pete City Council has voted to explore creating a city-owned utility as the Duke Energy contract is nears its expiration. And so with this long-term agreement, the city has a long-term agreement with Duke Energy that's set to expire. St. Pete is now taking the first step towards potentially creating a city-owned electric utility, issuing a request for proposals to study the feasibility of doing so. The move reflects a growing community frustration over soaring rates and lighting the path towards local control. What do you think about that?
Get rid of them.
Dump Duke. There's a whole campaign.
Yeah, listen. I mean, when you think you're the only option, you do what you want to do.
Okay.
You don't appreciate, you know what I mean? And if more people do this, more cities, more towns, Duke will then become more, family friendly,
amenable.
Yeah, because this is like, to do it, this is getting ridiculous.
Yeah, it really is. And it says most of St. Pete's power has come from Duke Energy under a 30-year contract that ends next year. As energy bills climb, some residents report household bills as high as $450. City Council is evaluating whether a municipal utility could offer cheaper, cleaner, more transparent service. There were 3 council members who have opposed launching the study, urging caution.
Who was the 3?
And patience. Gina Driscoll, Lisette Hanowitz, and Mike Harding have been opposed to launching the study. And I guess the feasibility study, it was approved in a 5-3 vote. The 3 who I just mentioned were the opposers. And the city council passed a resolution directing Mayor Welch to issue an RFP for feasibility. Financial decisions still requiring council.
I wonder what is like. Why would you vote against
studying it?
Yeah,
to even see if it's possible.
Yeah, like what? When you're thinking, because honestly, we all live in Pinellas County, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody got these high behind bills. I know that it ain't just people in District 7 complaining about high bills.
Yeah, no, it's Clearwater. Clearwater's actually doing a study right now, and that was some of the stuff that they said they was waiting to see what Clearwater's cost and what their studies was, but it's just been taking a while. So they were like, you know what, the clock is ticking for our agreement. We need them like move on this, and so. Moving the study, if it's like a feasibility study, is kind of the first step in any business, right?
I'm sick of them telling us about deadlines and making us rush on. I'm so sick of that
arbitrary deadline.
Oh no, you only got clock is ticking. Make a decision right now. Hurry up! You're gonna lose. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, and so to ensure continuity of service during the analysis. Mayor Welch suggested negotiating a new 10-year agreement with Duke Energy as a short-term fallback. So instead of doing like a 30-year agreement, maybe doing a 10-year agreement so that if, the transition is approved. Because this is what Mike Harding, he said it, and it's true. You're looking to build a billion-dollar business, right? Or either buy a billion-dollar business. Because if you take Duke Energy, like they have the infrastructure, they have all of the things that you need in order to make this happen. So it's not just, flipping a switch saying, okay, we're going to go from Duke doing it to the city doing it. Like it's going to be some processes. And
I get it, but we was just about to buy $1 billion business for the raise. Like we was literally about to, we found the money for the raise.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't think finding the money is good. I think just how it actually operates, right? Like having the city do it and provide the service, like it's going to take some time for them to get into it, right? Because I mean, if you get somebody who, like how you get some of these codes people, you don't call the city for some stuff and not been happy with the service.
And I done called Duke for some stuff and ain't been happy with the service.
Yeah.
This is just a day in business. Stop that. That's it. Like I'm just saying, like these is excuses. Like this city runs.
We can do it.
Yeah, we can.
We absolutely can. And we should study it. So I support studying, at least trying to find out like if it's feasible to even do it.
And I wouldn't even want to study. I would do that, and I would look at more so even like a 5-year deal with Duke.
Okay.
I wouldn't even go as far as 10 years, because in 10 years, how much money they would have gotten from the consumers at that point in time. Like I wouldn't even do a long-term deal with them at that point.
I hear that.
And I mean, it may hurt us. Now, I'd rather do like how like you do the 6-month deal at the apartment is more expensive.
Okay.
Because you know that you're not going to be there long term.
So you pay a little more.
And so at this point, we're already paying it. I'd rather pay a little bit more with a 1-year deal, knowing that we're looking at options to get out. And then the possibility, if we can't do it, then go into the longer deal where our bills then go down at that point in time.
Okay.
That would be my thought process.
I hear that. And then they also said that there's some legal and financial hurdles because Duke isn't a willing seller. So the city attorneys warn that acquiring infrastructure would require exercising eminent domain, possibly sparking a prolonged legal conflict. Clearwater, they did an earlier study that estimated that the buyout for them would be between 1.1 billion and 1.5 billion in order for them to buy out the Duke Energy. But they're saying that they would have to use eminent domain and like basically take their infrastructure because they have the wires, the poles, the different all the stuff. So in order to get the stuff, it's gonna be some legal maneuvering because Duke ain't trying to give it up.
They ain't, and where they gonna put it?
What they gonna do with it?
What they gonna do with it?
What are the other options of the question that you be asked?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I appreciate that.
I don't know.
Anthony Casey says there should have been a study in place, not the last year of the contract. This stuff takes time, and I feel we're going to be forced to resign. There's nothing wrong with deregulation. I hear that. Yeah, but that's true. Knowing that, we didn't just now know that this contract was going to be ending in 2026. So why are we waiting until August of 2025 to do a feasibility study?
And everybody,
when you know that it was coming.
And to be honest, we've been complaining about Duke for a long time.
Yeah. But some of us, because on the other side of it,
they gave us the Duke.
They did a Duke Energy Day proclamation.
Yeah.
At the same time that these bills was bamming people in the head. So pick your struggle. So yeah, that's happening. The decision doesn't end Duke's energy role. It simply opens the door for deeper evaluation. It reflects a growing desire for local control, renewable energy, and affordability, while acknowledging that any shift would be complex, costly, and take years to actually pull it off. So yeah, keep your eyes open on that. It's definitely something worth paying attention to. Just like the water bills. Water bills utility rate study has come back, and I think there's some proposals for the bills to go up. And there are some hearings right now. So public hearing dates, I have to find them and post them for y'all. But the public hearing dates are coming up if you want to let your voice be heard around what's happening with the water bills. You can reach out to your council members as well and figure out how we can come up with some creative solutions to providing the infrastructure needs without taxing our residents.
Yeah.
All right. Did we do would you rather?
No, we didn't do it. Would you rather?
I'm trying to see what else we got here because it's a lot happening.
Did you have an X Kiana today?
I do.
Okay, because we got 10 minutes.
Okay. So Ask Kiana. And Ask Kiana is brought to you by the One Community Grocery Co-op, ocgc.coop. Y'all go learn more about that. Lots of great things happening, and we have some really good momentum right now. So we appreciate the support. Those of you who have chimed in and become members this year have helped us. We're like at 92% or something like that growth, according to Madam President. So yeah, we picking up and killing it. So ocgc.coop. Ask Kiana. I'm trying to get here. Grown men keep trying to talk to me, and I'm only 14.
That's who writing, the 14-year-old?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to put it in the chat so people can see it as we're doing this as well. For those who come in late. All right. So, dear Kiana, I'm 14 years old, and almost every day on my way to school, grown men try to talk to me. Some of them slow down in their cars. Others follow me and say things that make me feel uncomfortable. I dress like any regular teenage girl. I keep my head down, but it keeps happening. I've told my mom, and she says to ignore them or to walk with friends. But sometimes I'm by myself, and I feel scared and unsafe. I don't want to feel like I'm doing something wrong just by walking to school. I don't know what else to do or how to protect myself. Is this normal? How do I stay safe? And why do grown men think that this is okay?
They shouldn't think it's okay. Where your daddy?
Okay.
One. This is, I don't know. And again, I don't want,
No, see Amber on there.
Yeah, I don't, and then you say I dress like a normal 14-year-old. I don't know what normal 14-year-olds dress like.
I think that may be in there because a lot of times when these conversations come up, it's always a dig or one of the things is, well, how are you dressing? Like,
right,
like if you're not dressed a certain way, then that makes this okay.
It never makes it okay. Like this never makes it okay. But that is a question, like that still is, because I've seen 14-year-olds that dress more provocative than some 20-year-olds.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And so the fact that grown men are like
trying to holler.
Yeah, it's really sad. I would like to like.
Is this normal? Like, when you think back on being a 14-year-old girl going to the bus stop, was it grown men trying to approach you?
Not on a normal basis. Like, I mean, at one point, I think older men, like when they realized that I was younger, they just kind of like, but I've always had like this baby face. So they always, so I ain't really, unless they saw me from behind or something. And then they'd be like, no, I'm just like, how like you get, and they'd be like, hey, what's, and then when they I'll be like, oh, no, you a baby. Okay. Like, something like that.
But that time according to this writer, that's not the case anymore.
Right. Like, but these kids are like,
I saw a video that was actually something like this, where it was a girl walking to a bus stop and she was like, I'm 14. And he was like, I don't care.
And that is a problem. Yeah. And honestly, I would have a video. Like if I was the mama, like my child wouldn't be walking. If my child have already told me that like they have a problem and they don't feel safe going, if I wouldn't at this point have then partnering them, if I can't take her, I would have now partnered her up with somebody that she's not by herself. Also, there would have been some other options but I would put a camera on there. I'd be recording them. And I'll tell them, you're recorded, then, and let them know. And at this point, put your book bag on and it should be, I am a minor.
Yeah.
Like, make it known, and you shouldn't have to do that, but your safety comes first. And I really want to know, where are the men at? Like, I really want to know, like, where are the men at?
Yeah.
In here as well. Even if your father's not in your life, do you have uncles? Do you have grandfathers? Like, cause I just know if I would have came home and said something like that, I know what my daddies would have did.
Yeah.
Or my uncles, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you want to go. Like, you stepping up, you stepping out. Like, you not gonna walk to the bus stop by yourself. You're not. So I remember I walked my daughter to the bus stop for years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was just, and it wasn't because she felt uncomfortable. It was just because it was dark. It would be dark in the morning, and so I would walk with my daughter, to the bus stop. I used to post about it because like she used to have me carrying her books and all that stuff. But that was like, a thing. I would walk with her to the bus stop, and then I eventually, would start driving her and taking her and just sit with her, on her way to the bus stop. But that was just a me thing.
Yeah.
And to your point about where the men, I think that's valid. But I also think, like, again, you told your mom and she says ignore them or walk by friends. Where's our, again, this kind of goes back to the conversation Mr. Bennett and I always have about community standards. Like, at what point do we like let it be known like this is not okay? Like,
right, because
we not like as a community, that's not what we do. Like, we don't do that around here. Like, we don't like, our grown men don't holler at 14-year-old girls around here. Like, and then what type of consequence are we willing to exact? You know what I mean? Like, you willing to ride or what they say, crash out?
Yeah.
About some BS.
Somebody stepping on your shoes.
Crash out about a 14-year-old that's constantly being harassed by grown men. Like, we got to change that mindset.
We really do.
We crash out about our 14-year-olds around here.
And
we give passes when you step on my shoes.
And that's how it's supposed to be.
I
give you passes for looking at me crazy, but I'm not.
Yeah, but I ain't giving no pass for you like harassing 14-year-old girls who like. And I just don't.
I just feel for me now. I will tell you, mom is way too lax in my opinion.
Yeah.
With it, and from the letter, because she's writing it, it doesn't sound like she's one of them grown children that's like. Because she's expressing how uncomfortable she is,
scared and unsafe,
and nobody should feel scared and unsafe. Now I will tell you at this point, if you don't, some you need to get in some self-defense classes.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, where you can defend yourself in that. You need to arm yourself with some pepper spray or something that can get you somewhere like that if somebody you can defend yourself. Make sure that you have your location on. People share your location with multiple people.
Right.
So that if you were ever in a worry, you know, and are you worried about something, you can alert somebody. But I do think the parents, I will say at this point, has failed you.
And I would even say the community as a whole. Like, I won't just stop with the parents because, like, who does mom tell? Like, right. After mom had that conversation with you and tell you, okay, well, you know, ignore them, which you can debate that, and then she's saying walking with friends, like, did mom tell, you know, your uncle?
Like, yeah, like,
like what kind of conversations are we having in community about this?
Because if you're walking, you're not the only 14-year-old that they are harassing.
Right.
So, like, where is a group of parents that's together? Like, hey, we had this, and so you know what? All our children, like.
No, I just thought about that's the Freddy Krueger story, right?
Yeah.
Ain't that what happened with Freddy Krueger? I mean, it was. So, like, they got together and
they got him
and handled it.
Yeah, they did.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, that's what you're doing. You messing with the children. The parents gonna get together and handle that.
Yeah,
and like that's what we got to be. We talk about doing for self, like protection and defense is definitely a ministry that we need in our community, where we mindful of security and the protection and respect of our women and girls, and also our children in general. And so I think,
and baby girl, don't stop telling anybody.
Yeah, report
it to go to your schools. Let somebody know at your school. Let your resource officers know. If you told your mama, if you because you didn't say anything about your dad, tell them. If you got uncles, let them know. Also, if you have your friends out there, let them know. And if they got parents, let them know as well. So one thing I can say, don't stifle your voice and don't be silent about this, because again, you are not the problem, you are the victim, and there's no reason why you should, regardless of what you're wearing or what you're doing, that grown men should think that it's okay to holler at you, especially once you tell them I'm 14.
Right. Absolutely. Wow, time flies when you're having fun. So it's Monday, y'all. Thank you for that. So Ask Kiana again is brought to you by the One Community Grocery Co-op, ocgc.coop. Thank y'all for that, and thank you for the letter. Final thoughts in 60 seconds on that.
Go ahead, run it.
So I want to just say thank you. We'll talk about it more on Wednesday, but thank you to everyone who came out for the South St. Pete CRA 10-year check-in. We're having a reflection session on Wednesday. So for those who have read the report, we'd love to hear your feedback. If you didn't get a chance to see what was happening, join us on Wednesday. It'll be a virtual conversation. The links and all of that stuff will be posted, but we're going to have a reflection session just to get your takeaways on the St. Pete CRA report.
All right. Stay tuned for Sister Hughes.
Make you lose your shoes and shout all around the house. It's been the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
And this is Kiana.